she's up 200%. She's made our clients millions just following the Speaker of the House. It's just been a whirlwind ever since of just banger after banger, hit after hit. Like, it's pretty insane.
Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the trades that have Capitol Hill and the rest of the country buzzing. I sit down with the creator behind the Pelosi Tracker, a startup that went from side project to lightning rod. He says the profits are real, the questions are bigger, and the silence from Washington, it's deafening. Go back to the beginning, how you got into this now, because even a couple years ago, no one was talking about political trade. So tell us about how you ended up doing this and kind of the opportunity that you saw.
So it all started in 2020. Me and a couple buddies, we were building an app to kind of get push notifications about your friend's stock trades. I was in charge of the growth. And remember, at the time, I didn't know about Nancy Pelosi's stock trades. I don't think many people did. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we took the Nancy Pelosi trade alerts, built it into an actual trackable portfolio, and then put it on our app so that people can come in and just get notified of her next trade. At the time, what was also funny was like, we didn't realize how good she actually was and how big of a problem this actually was. The stages of like reflection was like, one was realizing, holy crap, they're allowed to do it. And then two was the realization of like, wait a second, they're actually pretty good at it. And then three was, I'm not gonna sit on my hands anymore. Let me build a way to get in on the action. And then that's how we've been able to go from idea to the Pelosi Tracker on Twitter to the app now that allows you to trade alongside her. And we've been able to kind of just ride this wave. And she hasn't said a word. She's never reached out. She's never kind of said anything to that degree. And then what's also crazy,
people have never tried to give you a hard time?
Never. Not one, not a DM, not a text, nothing. So when we started, we wanted to take on that behemoth. But part of it was to bring trust and transparency back. You got to get trust into the politicians. And watching the politicians blatantly trade in front of all of us, we were like, well, let's just go after them first. So we started just calling them out. And when we pivoted it into autopilot, which is a way to just, copy them, we thought, what better way to highlight the hypocrisy of their stock trading than to literally start trading alongside them? Because if you can't beat them, join them, yada, yada, yada. And then next thing you know, she's up 200%. She's made our clients millions. Like, some people have 50, 100, 200K with the Pelosi Tracker, and they've made 50 to 100, 200K in profits just following the Speaker of the House.
So it's very interesting, and she gave a full-throated defense of it's the free market. It was like the most pro-capitalist thing I think I've ever heard from her mouth. That was a couple years ago, some of this news started breaking about whether there should be a clamp down on congressional stock trading. I mean, it's interesting, even the reports they file don't provide that much detail.
No.
There's like a range they have to identify. I've traded between this amount and that amount and a stock, but it's actually pretty minimal, the filings.
It's as minimal as can be. It's one delayed, which is annoying as hell. Like, why is there a delay? Like, there really is no reason. When we tried to research why it was passed back in 2012 with the delay, we couldn't find it. Second part is the ranges from 1,000 to 15,000, 15,000 to 50. Stupid again. You can just say how much.
Right.
I don't know why. And then the third part is they don't give any kind of like more information about it. Is it her? Is it her husband? Is it her spouse? They give a little bit about it, but they could definitely be more transparent and open about how they're doing it. And Nancy Pelosi going on and saying it's a free market, you can't tell people not to do this. It's like, well, I know journalists that can't buy individual stocks. I know my finance friends can't buy individual stocks, but you guys are the most powerful people in America, and you guys can do it. It's like, if it's a free market, let them trade too. So it's a bit hypocritical to see.
Take me back to then, you're building your company, and Nancy Pelosi gets on your radar. Was that kind of, I remember 2023, I think, was when a lot of the news started breaking, but you predated that with her.
Yeah, so in 2020, she bought Tesla. That was right when Biden was elected. And in that transitory period of the election through January 20th or whatever the day that they start, she bought Tesla. And then when Biden gets into office, in his first 100 days, he's trying to pass that infrastructure bill with the EV credits, the infrastructure for the electric vehicles, and Tesla goes up 60%. So we're watching that, we're like, what the hell? That was kind of like right before our very eyes. That's interesting. And then it's just been a whirlwind ever since of just banger after banger, hit after hit. Like, it's pretty insane.
Do you think that the SEC could ever bring insider trading charges against her?
That is such a good question. I hope they will. I think with this administration, there's probably the highest chance. But
Yeah.
I don't think that they want to open up that can of worms because it's not just her. So if you go after her, who knows what could happen from that? And I feel like the SEC just doesn't want to open up that Pandora's box. So I don't think anything will happen. I think they should go knocking. They should just find out what's going on with it. But I'm not too confident that they will.